Welcome back to another video, people. So yeah, I should have been dropped this video kind of like yesterday, but yeah, right. So let's get straight into it. Let's review last week. Oh man, that was a crazy week. Also for me personally, but let's see what we got here. So all right. So NASDAQ. This is NASDAQ, man. See this move here and all these things. So yes, I was anticipating buys and all that stuff, right? So I remember we caught, or I got the first setup or the first entry for the week somewhere here. All right, that was the first buy entry that I entered, sent to the VIP group also, and then it hit a stop loss when the market came right about here. But there was also this zone here where I was also looking. I got this buy here after it pretty much hit a stop loss here. So this is more like a, how can I say, like a re-entry type of thing here. So, but I was targeting here, but as you can see, there's also here. So I was targeting, like I had two TPs. So overall TP was here, another TP was here. So we got the buy entries here. The market pushed, and when it was somewhere here, at least for me personally, I had decent profit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, you know what? Let me not try to perfect this thing. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, like, don't try to, sometimes when you gotta take what the market gives you. So usually my way of doing that is, so I closed some positions here, right? As soon as it closed above here, because at least, like I'm saying, it was already decent, good enough profits for me. I was like, I'm not gonna leave this just because I wanted to reach here. It might not even come here, right? So left some positions with the stop loss into profit. That was risk free. I knew that, you understand? But what made me feel good is that I already took some profit, and I was willing to risk, to say, like, although whatever positions that were remaining here, I'm willing to take a risk that even if the market goes back, this is a risk free trade. All right, cool. So that was the second trade. The third trade here, after it reversed here, and then I think it was somewhere around about here, right? The setup that I saw it properly here on the, what is this, the 1 hour time frame. That was my reason of wanting to place sell entries here. All right, so that we could come here. That was the whole goal, so that the price comes down here. I was looking to get buy continuation when it gets to here. Plus here is like a gap somewhere here. So some of you might notice, like what is it, call it the gap strategy type of thing, whatever. So wherever there's a gap, we could use that as a point of interest, so that's what I mean. Although I was looking at this, but I knew that at this zone here, this is a zone that they should look for buys. But it so happened that we also had NFP that last week Friday, right? But me, I don't focus too much on the news, man, So I used to, but I trade technicals. I focus more on technicals, and it works for me. So yeah, that was the last trade on NASDAQ. We took 3 trades. So yeah, 1 loss, 2 winning trades here on NASDAQ. And then remember, here it was already a Friday, and on Fridays I don't like to hold trades over the weekend, especially dealing with this side of the market. All right, so I just was like, you know what, it is what it is. At the end of the day, we made some profit. What do I have to complain about? If it continues to go, and then it goes, and yeah, no one knew. I just want to clarify this, because people have this thing, like they pretend like they predicted or they caught a move or some, no one knows what news is gonna come out like. But then again, there could be some people that they also trade technicals, and they might have seen the sell for whatever reason. So if you did catch that, kudos to you. You did a great job. But for me, I was done. Then let's go to US30. US30, I had took one trade. So let me push this to the other side so that you guys can see. So US30, it wasn't even a problem, just something that is very smooth. As you can see, this one, it came back here, waited for the price to come back into the zone, and it came back and tapped in here, and it was a beautiful, man, beautiful when it hit the TP. And I knew that, know what, let me not continue, try to force, take what you can, man. I keep saying this because as the experience that I have, even me, sometimes I still make mistakes in terms of like, sometimes you might let the profits run, you know, with like that confidence. You're like, all right, this is gonna continue to go there, and then it ended up not going to there. It happened to me, man. And when was this? When I was trading with 75, not this month, but probably like 2 months back, I think. But that thing, or that little experience, it's still with me, man. I remember I was floating about $500 and I let that go, man, and it went back. So yeah, took that as a lesson. And that's something that I always tell the VIP group too, that, you know, at the end of the day, no one will teach you how to maintain your emotions, whatever it is, you know. So I always tell myself and remind myself that, hey man, take what the market gives you. You understand what I'm saying? So here I was good. I was satisfied when it hit here. And best believe, as soon as like after this closure of this candle happened, I closed one position here and I moved the stop loss into profits. I told the VIP group, let's do that. If it goes back, this is a risk-free trade, but at least we made some profits here, and this happened. So I was already out when this was happening. This was on a Friday. I was like, look man, I'm not trying to fight this thing, so I'm gonna let it be. So that was that US30 last week. I took one trade, and then AUD/USD. Yeah, here I was looking. Okay, let's not put this. That I was anticipating the buy, the same level, you know, same level, same zone. But as you can see, because of the NFP moves and stuff, like it ran through here and it hit a stop loss. But this was just one trade, so I'm not even like, to me this is normal, man. You know, it almost like, how can I say this? Like I was prepared for that. I always like to be prepared for whatever may happen, and I position myself to be neutral, and I always control my risk. That is the most important thing as a trader. You gotta control your risk. So when this happened, I mean, I felt it. I'm like, damn, I hit a stop loss, but then I'm like, it's not good. You understand? Because the risk was controlled anyway. That was one trade on AUD/USD. The same thing happened here on gold. I was anticipating, you know, the price to bounce off of this zone, all right, but it went through here because of the NFP. So I just accepted, you know what, it's all good. There's no need to revenge trade. Anyway, that the week was already a profitable week. You understand what I'm saying? That's when I told the VIP group that, you know what, let's close everything. Let's just take the win. We got what we got. Yeah, and something should be here on this. Some of the things that I'm talking about should be here. So the video should be here somewhere on the screen, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And I have 3 accounts that I'm trading. So it's one of the things that I'm like, you know what? Why should I even be mad that I didn't get a chance to be a part of that? I reminded myself, I'm like, you know what? No one knows at the end of the day. My plan, what I had planned, I traded that, and I'm good with that. You understand? And I'm good, man. I'm up on 3 accounts. What more do you want, man? Take the win and get out, you know? So yeah, this is Bitcoin. I was anticipating that the price will come back into the zone, but as you can see, that did not happen. And what does it mean? You didn't get a trade, you know, you didn't lose no money, nothing like that. So it's all good. It's all good. But that was it, man. That was it for the week. Yeah. So now let's get into the new week. All right. So now let's get into this new week. Let's prepare for this new week. And yes, today is a Monday. So I should have been dropped this video for you guys yesterday, but hey, it's all good. So I mean, the goal is still the same. I'm looking to follow my plan, stay disciplined, and all those things, right? So this is NASDAQ. This is the daily time frame. Let's zoom out. the market is in an overall buy market structure, overall bullish market. So what does that mean, man? Just look to follow the market. Let me give you an example, man. Let's say, you know what, man, let me not even get into all that. I was gonna say, like, you can see here that if you just wait to continue this market, although sometimes you probably would have waited for a longer time, but my point being, just wait. No matter how long it takes, eventually it will get there, right? If you just wait, man, you'll be good. So here, this is NASDAQ, right? This is the daily time frame. Overall market structure is bullish, so I wanna look to continue. So now let's mark the zones that are very interesting for us, that we wanna like focus on. So this is the first zone that I'm seeing, right? And what else? Maybe most likely somewhere here. Although this one here, it's a little bit too far, but most likely somewhat here at this zone. Okay, I mean, this is the same thing as me doing this, you guys. You could use a box or you could use whatever. All right, it's the same thing. So there, and then I'm seeing something here. So let me do this. Okay, can't do that. Yeah, I want to do that. Yeah. So somewhere here, this is a very good zone that you want the price to come back into. Also here, this is a very good zone for us to look for the price to come back into, right? So yeah, then go to the 4 hour. Let me see, let's zoom out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, not bad. Let me see if I can add a trend line. It's not bad, yeah. Trend line wise, it makes sense to how you even probably would have cut this wholesale to that, you know, but nobody knows, man. So I get it. Right, let's remove this. So yeah, even here it does make sense. Let's just try to adjust this. Okay, let me remove this. What is this? So somewhere here. Okay, this is a very, very good zone to start to look for. Or maybe how you want to put it, you can still use the engulfing stuff that I showed you guys, or that I talked about. You can use that however way it is, right? All I'm saying, this is the perfect zone for us to look for those buying setups. You understand? So I'm gonna leave it here. I'm not gonna do too much. Everything is gonna be in the VIP group, and I'm gonna share with you guys on the next video that I'm gonna drop. So somewhere here, most probably, if it pushes all the way, somewhere here. I wanna be biased, you know, I wanna be on the buy side of this. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You gotta choose a side and then like get good at that side, if it makes sense, right? So yeah, this is what I'm looking into. And then US30, let's see here. Again, overall a buy market structure, at least from here to here, from here to here. So the best thing you could do is to be on the side of the trend. You understand what I'm saying? So let's start here. This was an all-time high previously, so it's a good level to anticipate that if the price comes back again into those levels, all right, into these levels, most likely we might look for the price to continue. All right, and yeah, probably also most likely somewhat here. All right, somewhere here I see something there. Oh yeah, I'm looking at these wicks from this side, from the left side here. They say, all right, because at one point this was an all-time high, right? So, and look here, this is a valid point of interest. Then again, let's not try to push too deep. This is the daily time frame. Let's just end that one there. Then, yeah, man. Okay, let me see if I can put a trend line. Right. So you see, this is not bad. This is not bad. But let me just use the zones. All right. So I want to see the price get beautifully or nicely into these zones. So here, yes, I see this, but well, there's also like this big zone here. And one thing about, you know, these obvious things is, how can I say this? Like the most obvious levels, you should try to avoid them or try to do the opposite thing at the most obvious levels, because most likely your stop loss might get taken out. All right. But anyway, this is the level that I'm looking into for US30 for this week. Or if it's gonna to try and push, come into this, I know what to do. I know what to look for. All right. Yeah, so we shall see. And then I was gonna add this, but this is German food. It's been a while since I traded this, but why not? Let's just try and look at it. Yeah, so let me see. This is the daily time frame. Man, I would say overall this is a buy. It's a bullish market structure, but it can be tricky, and you should avoid markets like this. You know, when you feel that, hey man, this thing maybe is a little tricky, just avoid it. Just let it be. Let it be. So let's just skip that. Okay, we have gold. Let me see. Let's go to the daily time frame again. I would like to be biased on this. I want to be on the buy side, so meaning like I want to look for buys. All right. So right now is the time for the sellers to do their thing. We're gonna let them do their thing. Yeah. Okay. So I have this long wick here. I remember last time I used this as a point of reference. So I also have this here as a point of reference too. Let me see here if I can find anything. But is the only thing somewhere here. So let me see here. See, a little bit tricky. It's that time where you like, you know, I feel like I don't know how to place it. So you know what? I think this is pretty much clear. Let's just mark this. All right, this itself here. This is a very interesting zone. That is the daily time frame. So let me see here. I mean, you guys, trading doesn't have to be complicated, man. That's one thing that I can tell you, that if you know how to manage your risk and you have a strategy that works for you, you're good to go, man. So here, let's just reduce this to somewhat here. All right. So here we can remove this. Or we cannot. You probably might just use that as a point of reference for TP. So for gold, I want to see the price, you know, try to get at least if it can reach like here at this 50% level, and then I would look for those buys and I would target here. And then now you see it also opens up another opportunity if it breaks above here. All right, I would like to continue with the buys at that level. So I'm simplifying this because that's how it's supposed to be, man. Not supposed to be. You're not supposed to have a headache when you look at your analysis, you know, on everything, you know. So AUD, USD, what do I have? And one thing is, I want to keep this as raw as possible so that you guys get to see. Like, I don't want to complicate this. I just want to simplify this as much as I can, so that you guys can understand. Like, the most important thing is also your psychology when it comes to trading, you know, how your mindset is, and you have a plan and you follow your plan. So here Okay, what do I see? Let me see, let's zoom out. Okay, I say from here, let's see, from here to that height, to that point there, we can say that this is an overall like a bullish market structure here, right? So meaning there's still high chances that we might still get the buy continuations here. You just have to get the right levels or identify the right zones. Okay, so now let's look. Again, I always say try to use the swing points from the left side, because at one point those swing points used to be like the highs, stuff like that. So okay, that I think I would want to put it here somewhere here. All right, if not there, probably most likely somewhere here, you know. Yeah, so from there I want to see the price give me some good entry points or some good entry setups. Also the same thing here. Let's go to the 4 hours so we can see how this is looking like. So yeah, let's reduce this somewhere there. Yeah, let me see this. Yeah, this is good. So I see something here. You know, the market also see something there. Yes, this also counts as something here. So I also see something here. So yeah, this is a valid level or a valid zone or point of interest. Now what I would advise you, if you have time, wait for the price to get into the zone, right? The only time you should set buy limit orders is if you know for a fact that you don't have time and you might not be on the chart. You understand? But you also accept the risk to say, like, you know, the price can just run through, like it can just run through like this with that, and then finally maybe first it closes here and then it goes like this. That's what I mean. It's one thing that you have to accept, but if you can be available to monitor this, then do that. Wait for the price to actually get inside the zones and give you the right rejections before you can even get your buys. But yeah, that's AUD/USD. Let's see Bitcoin. Yeah, let's see Bitcoin here. Let's zoom out. Okay, damn, Bitcoin has been on the move, but I see something here. There's like, yeah, there we go. All right, so let's see. Let's put it nicely. Okay, where's the box? Give me the box. So at one point, this swing point was an overall all-time high. So yeah. So here we go. Okay. So now, I think maybe here you could try to. Okay, let me do this. So that's the 4 hour. Where we at? So alright. So I think we can slightly, let me see. Okay. You know, you could either leave this to say like, alright, as long as the price comes and breaks outside of this zone, then you look for those buys completely. And then unless if maybe it comes back here to the level again, then you look for those buys. And yeah. Yeah, man. So this will be just about it. I try to simplify this as much as I can, and I hope that you guys will be able to follow this. Yeah. So this is it, guys.